Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Twisted Fate does mean that T1's composition this time around is geared far more early than what their last one was. You know, I love that they go from this Azir center minutes.
Yeah, so I think, you know, if you rush this Drake down, maybe you might be able to prevent T1 from trading it. But the window of time is very thin, and they're going to look for a fight instead.
Yeah, Carrier taking a bit of damage. The Winter's Bite connects onto Cuz. That's fantastic news. As in goes Faker, the Destiny goes down. The answer is there in the Paranoia, and now Lava's going to pull the trigger. Carrier still in a bit of trouble as Hoya's going to turn it around with the perfect execution. Is it going to be answered as the smite comes through just in the nick of time, and that is going to bait Cuz just enough. Fredit BRION 2-0, and this is like an initial additive engage. Stand behind me. Ult certainly going to be able to help out there if Delight can get into position before a fight. As Fredit BRION are looking for some more plates here towards the bottom side. That's Chains of Corruption going to connect. And
a lot of extra gold to Hannah right away. And it feels like Fredit BRION are kind of right on track as to where they want to be in this early to mid game, where early on in the game. So Faker just kind of sitting safely on the side. Kana, meanwhile.
Yeah, there's the perfect execution. Okay, we'll see whether Faker can actually get the save here, as that is going to be the hammer back. Hoya waited, gets the backflip, and that was beautifully executed. Cuz as well is going to get the flash out of Hoya as well.
Even though he survives, they're not going to be able to contest this.
Yep, and the Destiny not going to be available, and also not going to have quite enough range, only at level 2. Sitting in the side lane with the Ignite. So this is actually what I was kind of expecting T1 to move towards as their sort of backup win condition, which is play the side lanes, play the map, and try and manipulate your way into a victory, which is something that Twisted Fate can do. And as you can see, this is how it works. You get the stun down, and then you ask your good old kitty cat to come through and knock down.
Yeah.
Of course, like, it is a much more technically difficult way to play the game, is the 1-3-1, and it is, you know, there's a reason why new items are being introduced into the game to make 1-3-1 and split pushing better.
Yeah.
But it is still something that can work. Equal information, as Cuz is going to barely miss that spear onto Delight, as now the Destiny comes in, and this is where you need to use them as teleport comes on down, and now the turn is going to be attempted as all of Fredit BRION dive on top of T1. Lava just evaporates though, and they trade it for Carrier, but a 1-for-1 is good news for T1, as now Faker is looking to keep them at arm's length and try and take down these low health targets. Another gold card going to be locked here, but
no minions.
Yeah, I do like the kite back from Fredit, but isn't within the Paranoia range, and they're not going to be able to collapse and gather those fights. However, Delight is going to be so valuable in these situations, so keep your eyes on the Braum to see whether he can really make Fredit BRION's life better, because I still like what Fredit have got together as far as you know, trying to take on this poke/split comp. As okay, Solar Flare is going to connect. Immediate cleanse from Hannah as he looks to get out, but Umpty is not going to be so lucky. Okay, in goes Faker, immediately will get knocked up, but now he's underneath the turret looking to take down the Varus, and does so easily. Goes Golden as well, as Carrier does the same thing, uses it to also block the Akali damage and stop him from dying, and it's Carrier that gets the kill. Can he get the pog this time? Please!
I mean, this is T1 outdoing what Fredit BRION's comp is supposed to do. They're the ones actually having these long-range initiations in with Carrier, and then they collapse in so perfectly. They toss in all their long range and then engage. I mean, both Jace and the Nidalee here can poke in and then engage in, and it works so well when you have that free engage from the Carrier, and this should just not be happening for Fredit BRION. They walked right into an area where T1 were grouped up, ready to fight. They got punished super hard.
Yeah,
Lava's going to go clear some vision here, but that's all you get on the map. Could not walk into that without any vision control. There were like 17 wards in there for T1 and not a single one for Fredit BRION. And if you don't know where Carrier is, if you walk in and get stunned like that, I mean, that's just lights out.
Macro trying to control how this one works. And T1, as you can see, finally grabbing themselves the gold lead back again, as Hannah getting chunked out. Another Chain of Corruption is going to miss. Now T1 should be able to push in with impunity, easily taking down this inner turret. Will the inhibitor also fall?
They have so much poke, so much siege, they can push with the Baron buff extremely well, T1 can. And if you try to defend the turret, if you step over the line, if there's no minions, you're just going to get blasted by shock blasts. You're going to get shot by Nidalee spears. Baker's going to stun you from a million miles away.
Well, here's the paranoia. In goes Fredit BRION looking for their opportunity. Okay, Lava has to immediately get out of there as Umpty not going to be so lucky. Normally, the Udyr can run real fast, but unfortunately the damage is just too high, and now T1 will steamroll the bottom side. There's the Destiny utilized from Faker to make sure that he can get towards this inner turret where they have a minion wave all set up and ready to be taken down. And I love this. It's such a different game to game number 1, right?
It's so different. T1 are really trying to take the initiative in so many opportunities they're given.
Yeah. It
And,
shows a different side, right?
It really does, and it shows you last game, I mean, their composition was so good at scaling, they didn't need to do this, but in this game, they're just trying to take way more control because their comp can punish any overextensions or any dives in. You know, they have so much CC that when you do see Lava ult in like that, T1 could turn on him so easily. All Faker and Everfrost, like, you can't pick him very easily, and he's just going to do so much damage, you just blow up before you can actually execute somebody, that it just doesn't matter anymore as Fredit BRION.
Somehow, like, 315 CS at this point in the game. He's still very strong.
You could see T1 is almost playing like the half
Whoa!
Baron. But they
Okay, in goes Hoya. He's going to disappear into the fog and somewhat make it out, but not going to be enough there as Delight moves the Unbreakable a little bit too far away. T1 were taking a lot of poke, but another Chains of Corruption is going to go wide, and Teddy looks at that as his opportunity to go in. Delight's going to fall. True Shot Barrage mops up the Varus as well, and I think T1 may have just decided that when the minions turn up, it's time to win the game.
Yep, I mean, T1, they don't have Baron, but they were acting like they did with that insanely hard push. There's just no way for Fredit BRION to punish them if they stay grouped, and they're just going to end this game right now. Not much you can do with this.
Nope.
Faker's got the gold card armed, doesn't even need it. Once the turret's dead, the Nexus is next.
In goes Carrier one more time. The Nexus turret is going to be taken down. Nexus will surely follow as T1 now just having a good time on the enemy fountain. It's a pretty comfortable 2-0 here and a good turnaround after T1 were dispatched by Damwon Kia. Really good look for them, and I like the fact that they did vary up the win conditions. The playstyles were different.